Hello everyone, my name is Corazar, and welcome back to Vintage Story Desert Life, episode 230. This video was originally streamed live on YouTube on September 7th, 2025. I hope you enjoy the video. They upped the drop rate for temporal gears. Well, and that what might be the case is, so normally, let's say surface enemies have, I think, like a 2% chance or 2.5% chance. No, it's much lower than that. I think it's like a 1% chance of dropping a temporal gear. But if that 1% chance is checked every time that you hit them with a Falx, then you now have three 1% chances of getting a temporal gear rather than just one. So that might be why they're more common, if that's the case. The window can be inconvenient. You get stuck if swarmed. Oh, I can see that. Yeah, that'd be bad. Maybe the Falx should not bring up the window. Oh boy. Yeah, that sounds bad. Okay. Well, at least I recovered the temporal gear that we spent on our very, very dim necklace. Of course, I think this can be broken down. I'm pretty sure. Back here. Yeah, you can just decraft it back into the temporal gear. So if we ever needed it, it's there. Let's go put away some junk. We'll make it morning, and then we're going to come and do some work on the temple. Do I know what 1.21.1 is going to change? It's mostly bug fixes. Alright, temporal stuff. I'm going to probably start with the treasure bin in here and see what stacks. Which might not be much of it, if anything. No, pretty much it's all just new. That's right, we do have another chest at the temple for things to go in the library. So I think I'm going to I'll put the tapestries here. I'm going to put them all here, because that bin's getting full anyway. And we have extra lead. All right, this I think is a furniture item. Sort of how we classified it. Yes, here we go. And then we have an ingot of lead. Which reminds me, we should probably go ahead and make some more lanterns. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll start that process now. We'll at least get the ingots going on. We're going to need a little bit more than that. There we go. And the reason I'm starting it now rather than waiting is that I should let you guys know, this coming Wednesday will also not have a chores stream, unfortunately. Hematite, brown coal, here we go. Yeah, Corazza and I have a date on that Wednesday, so we will not be here fooling around in Vintage Story. Grab that. For people getting caught with the loot box open, you could bind escape to a mouse button. Yeah, I could see that working. I do have a spare mouse button. It's kind of hard to hit, though. Hey there, Hein Grunewald. Welcome. You were making lanterns while you watched my stream, and you made 2 stacks of Milbita Chocos ones? Oh, thanks, guys. Yeah, we're going bowling. Her band, her local band does like fundraisers, and they're doing a bowling fundraiser. So we're gonna go and rip our thumbs off. I always manage to hurt my thumb while bowling. Legs, right. I did want to stop by. We have a Lux Trader down here somewhere. Yeah. I want to take our gears with us when we go down to the temple. Maybe we'll just do that tonight while this is heating up. Although, no, if we leave the area, this sort of stops doing anything, as I recall. Well, then in that case, while that's going on, let's instead harvest our flax. Let's get these out of here. Let's grab our... Oh, we can also put this away. Neat. That makes me nervous. That makes me real nervous. I'm gonna not put those there. Let's put them over in... Not there. Somewhere? Here. Mia's not coordinated enough for bowling. You did it. Or no, this is Inga Raymond. Oh, you're both not coordinated for bowling. Inga Raymond once bowled a 25. That's impressively low. We do have some chance of getting smacked around here while we're out here, but that's okay. You get stressed out by the armor stand desync in multiplayer. Alright. That's done. Now I had made a bunch of these, or planted all this flax because I was thinking we need a lot more for the sails for the ship. But turns out we actually have, like, way more than we need. So I'm not going to be too concerned about replanting, at least for a while. I also realized that at one point I had suggested we would be doing windmills up in the temple tower here. And I might still do that, but I also was thinking we could do some of the water wheels from the medieval mod as a potential alternative. Okay, that lasts forever. Just gonna put it up here. You like the new paths? Yeah, me too. They are pretty nice. Oh, here we go. Some rot. Restack these guys. Which I assume was from, like, old stacks of hides and things. Do both? Maybe. Each of those machines is pretty big, so there might not be a ton of room for all of them, but we'll see. Oops, just a couple here. There we go. You wonder if water wheels might be a thing in the base game. I think Tyron was sort of musing about that. I don't know. I'm sort of going off of a memory of a discussion I saw a while back. I think one of the things that Tyron was sort of waiting to do first was to implement some kind of like a rivers or flowing water, that the player wouldn't be able to mess with. Like, you couldn't just pick up a bucket of flowing water and drop it wherever you wanted to. I think that's kind of the limiting / waiting factor. For the medieval mod, when you have the original one, it crashes the game. Yes, there's a medieval mod reloaded or patched, whatever. I've been using that. That is full. Okie doke. Let's go and grab the last set of these. And check on our progress here as well. Halfway-ish. And you mentioning the paths reminds me of, I do want to replace those. Like I said, probably with K-Pop. K-Pop. Yes, as far as the water wheels go, it sounds like the rivers mod has flowing water, and the player I don't think can like pick up a bucket of it and just take it somewhere. So and I want to say that there's also a water wheel, or at least there was a water wheel in one of the rivers versions. Not sure if it's still around. Okay, pop you back up here. Let's go put these up here to rot. You've seen a water wheel in Solston. It's got durability. Yeah, that I think is the medieval mod one. Well, I thought that one required iron, not brass. Water wheel gear. This takes iron. I think there's also a way to configure it to allow for brass. I'm not positive though. All right, so let's get some of these in here. Actually, let's just do this. There we are. And stack like this. Oops. There we go. Three more. And we can do 2 more of these. There we are. Oh, and we can also put away one of our beds here. Do I have a spare slot? I do, actually. Stack to 2. Hey, the non-corporeal being. I wanted to pop in and say hi, back to studying. Well, good luck. All right, this is almost done. Years and years ago, oak trees used to go bowling in a couple of leagues. The main thing you remember is coming home and your clothes reeking of cigarette smoke. Yeah, luckily that's, I think, largely a thing of the past. Now you just come back smelling like the shoe spray and old leather. Hey there, Ryan Richardson. I want to see if there's any names I didn't say hi to yet. I think I got most everyone. I think we're okay. Hey there, Candace Vendor Murray. Or is that like Murvy? Just popping in to say hi. Love watching your vids and slowly catching up to the present. Well, I hope you enjoy the ride. And thanks for stopping by. It's very quiet now. All of a sudden. Yeah, the blue glow from our gear is like so tiny. Look at it again. Oh my goodness. I mean, like, yeah, if you need just a little bit of light, it's something, I guess. It's something. Man, it is so faint. Does it say the light level on it? peek in a second here. Nope, just max stack size of 1. Okay. Okay, this is fine. Alright. I'll try to remember that. Come on, buddy. You're so close. You're so close. You're still wondering if 121 tongs are backwards, because you can see this being the correct orientation for holding a crucible. I'll take a look. Assuming you can't see it being the correct orientation. Oh, come on. There we go. I mean, it looks fine to me. Oh, yeah, that's backwards. Well, sort of. I don't know, that's... They're not very tongy. I did see... Yeah. Now that is incorrect. I saw that on Rubik's Raptor's stream, where like their lead smith was pouring molten metal into molds. It just poured out the side, like. Let me just shoot these coins at my ear. Yeah, it is more of a clamp style than like tongs. I feel like what would make sense, and probably, I don't know, maybe this doesn't make sense from a game perspective of making it playable, but like, I feel like the crucible should have its own dedicated, like, thing that you hold it with, and then tongs would be for, like, holding onto ingots and work pieces while you're smithing them. Yeah, I do wonder. I'll have to take a look next time we have a hot ingot. Does the seraph... Yeah, we're still holding it backwards. Okay. Weird. Oh, right, we can place those with right-click now. I forgot. Alright, so, that's all done. We have a spare shovel. I'll bring it with us. We'll burn through it eventually. It's free shovel estate. Yeah, we'll go through. We'll sleep on the other side. Boom. Sleep. Hey there, Burnzilla. And Pinix, welcome. Up we get. Alright. So the shovel, I'm gonna pop you in here with the other 17 shovels we have. Okay. And there's our steel knife. I'm gonna just do this. Bye. Nothing new. Alright. So let's go take a real quick jaunt south. I want to see if our guy happens to have any fancy golden pants. Fancy pantsy. And then we'll come back and we're going to do some more work on the temple. I think I do want to start with trying out the change to the stairs. Ah, glorious. What shenanigans are up to today? Hey, look, borax. Can I mark you? We are up to, well, earlier we were crashing another little ruin. And now we're going to go see if we can get some of the Forlorn Hope pants. Greaves, I guess they're called. And then we're going to work on the temple. I am very much in sort of a chill building mood today, so I'm probably not going to do anything super crazy. As I mentioned at the start of the stream, I spent a good chunk of yesterday and basically all of this morning until stream fiddling incessantly with getting the stream working. And at a reasonable frame rate because of an update to Windows 11 and an update to Story 1.21. What's up, guy? The Forlorn Hope says it's very pretty. It is. For my purposes, it's also very practical. Granted, the gold required to repair it is a little steep, but it is the lightest of all the heavy armors. You just fix Blackguard sets. Yeah, Blackguard's pretty good too. It's got a little more durability. It doesn't have quite as good other stats. So if I can get Forlorn Hope, I do. I mean, ideally, the correct answer is to have both of them. You know, collections and all that. Did anyone see about us pushing harder to go back to the moon? I did. I have seen that. I won't be signing up, though. I'm too old, not qualified to be an astronaut. And I don't like what it sounds like zero gravity does to things like your eyeballs. It just sounds overall not pleasant. We weren't built for it, so I'll leave it to other people. Maybe once we have like real artificial gravity, which will definitely happen in my lifetime. Like I hear we're like 5 years away from it. Then I'll be like, yeah, sign me up. I'll go. How close are we? We're off track a little bit here. At least the moon isn't zero gravity. Yeah, but getting there is. Or you know what we could do? We could get there just like in the Expanse, but without the unfortunately named type of drive. And so we'll have artificial gravity by accelerating to the halfway point, a brief moment of 0G while we flip and then we burn other direction and have gravity the rest of the way. Build a teleport to the moon, duh. Yeah, obviously. I'm already halfway done. Build a really big cannon. I mean, that is kind of one of the theoretical means of exiting Earth's gravity well, is a giant mass driver. Hi, buddy. What's your name? Horace? Luxuries merchant. Oh, Horace, you are beautiful. You are beautiful, man. You bet. So you can still get gold ingots this way. Interesting. Thought they'd removed that. That's some cool stuff, though. We already have the breastplate, so no need. Oh, look at this guy. This joker here is selling amok pieces. I'm gonna bet he won them from this guy from Easel, and now he's taken them because he was tired of playing amok with Easel. He's like, these are mine now. No more amok. Would you? Oh, right. There we go. What are you trading? Clothing merchant. All right. Easel. Horace has your pieces for your game. Just thought you want to know. Hello, trader. What's your name? Hey, Felipe. So you'll buy some stuff. Okay, if I needed gears, I'd come to you. All right. And back up to the temple. We'll drop the pants off and then get to work. Not that you could survive the acceleration of the giant space cannon. True, you need a nice, gentle, like 3G acceleration the whole way. But if you had a few miles of 3G acceleration, you could probably do it. Probably, and I'm definitely a physicist. Yep, that's me. An old but good Heinlein story about that. about flying on the moon with inside an enclosed space with air. Well, apparently Titan could be the same way. If you were to go to Titan and somehow not freeze to death, you could like strap like fake wings onto your arms and just fly. Although if my experience on Titan in astronauts is any indication, I'm staying home. Titan tends to corrupt the universe in astronauts, in my experience. Ooh. Uh-oh. Need to sacrifice some ankles here. Here we go. There's a crossing, sort of. You know, actually, I watched an anime recently called Gargantia. It's like something Gargantia, and it's like a hyper advanced space civilization guy ends up getting like catapulted across time and space to Earth that has become a water world. And one of the things that they do have is a mass driver, and it uses water as an acceleration cushion. It was originally for shooting spaceships into space. Hello. Meh. Vanguard Christie, you've seen the anime too? Nice, yeah. It is really good. I was surprised. I liked it a lot more than I expected to. I've gotten burned by too many mecha anime. Like there are some real gems out there, but I've gotten burned. I mean, insofar as I could just stop watching them if I don't like one. And Keth has seen it too? Nice. Hey, we've got Cameraman and Storm Thunders. Welcome, guys. Good to be back. Good to be home. Temple's starting to look imposing in the desert. Good. Alright, let's see. Let's pop the pants in right here. And a random breadfruit tree cutting? Okay. Not sure where you came from, but sure. Weird. And gears. I'll put the gears in here too. I'll let one of you remind me when I'm like, where are all my gears at? The only mecha anime you've seen was Gundam Wing. That's an old one. I liked Gundam Wing more when I was a teenager, and now that I went and rewatched it a few years ago, and I was like, this is not what I remember it being like. Also just wanted to slap Wu Fei the entire time. Just slap him and never stop slapping him. Ever. God, Wu Fei was so awful. Yes, exactly it, Tiatuatha. It was so horribly, I'm 14 and this is deep. Yep, 110%. That is some bright stone. Do you mind, son? Sheesh. Alright, so I think what we're going to do here is we're going to get our hammer on. Oh, that helped, actually. Yeah, the lantern is definitely a little on the bright side. How do I want to do this? I think we can just do a bit of this, and then... I think we can do... Actually, let's grab the hand planer first. We want to do island mode. Matching material. There we go, okay. Alright, so now we should be able to do this. Hopefully that's the right one. And drag you across. Definitely seeing some texture there. Oh, you know what? I didn't check the orientation on these. It's gonna be the wrong orientation, isn't it? Yep. Okay. Actually. It's actually fine. Weird. Because apparently the orientation does matter. So we're facing this way, and we're facing this way. Yeah, so if we do that, it should look different than this. Yep, okay. Understood. I understand the assignment. I don't know yet how I'm going to complete the assignment, but I understand the assignment at least. You were to slap everybody in Gundam Wing a few times? Yeah, they all need it. Also, I want to know what happened to Rena Peacecraft's head and why it's shaped like an egg. It's just like... No one else has an egg-shaped head. Why is yours an egg? The searing egg. Alright. Yeah, I'm thinking if this works... This worked once, it should work again, right? I'm not being stupid here. I wonder if the orientation that you add the block in or from also affects the like how it, you know, presents. I don't know, we'll see. We're gonna try it though. Maybe we'll mess it up. Like Ms. Frizzle says, let's get messy. I'm liking it. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Oh yeah, I like that a lot actually. It's a little noisy, but it's sort of dampened by the fact that we have these sort of, you know, less noisy areas here and the blue outline to contain it. Uh-oh, Hopeful Dreamer Dad joked us. Why did the tomato blush? Because it saw the salad dressing. Oh, man. Got me in one. Alright, we're going to just do... and are we in the right mode? Haste shape materials. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, that's gorgeous. I like that. Alright, so we're going to do a bit of this. Oh, we can't do it there. Okay. We can do it here, though. And here. And here. There and there. As well as here and here. Here. Okay. Got it. We're gonna do here. Da. There we go. Hope I missed one. Oh well. Get that fixed in a second. The stripy stairs. Okay. Just trying to get a sense of how noisy these stairs are. Can zoom in a little bit here. Here we go. That's not bad. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking the same thing. Like every other step kind of looks nice. Like I kind of like that, honestly. I'd fill out the stairs I already have it, because my one concern I had was the step that I'm on right now, this sort of bigger platform, that's going to look really noisy with all of those fans, the fan shapes on it. So I was thinking like either leaving it like by itself and not putting any fan stones there. We can do it. Tell you what, let's do every other stair for now. When we do one of the other ones, we'll try all fans, and then at some point we'll decide. Probably, you know, right then. There we go. So we do need to snap those. Then we're going to have to do a little bit of creative work here. As well as down here. This one shouldn't be too bad, though. Let's just push you in. We're going to add... Oops. We're going to add you. A 6th material to this block. Okay. Pull you out. That's not what I wanted to do. I wish you could just tell it, like, use this material and then just pull it in instead of having to do it this way. Whoopsie. Didn't add the block to this one yet. There we are. There. Okay. Now these... Ooh. Alright, so these are somewhat visible. I'm going to do these kind of by hand, I think. And then I can copy and flip over to this side. Hey there, Phil Boswell. fan CobbleCam 1.20. Yeah, I just haven't been using it until today. Let's do a line across here. Oh, I'm starving. Hey there, Travis. Welcome. Does it come in slabs? I don't know. No, it does not. Much easier this way. There we go. That texture lines up really well. Okay, so we're going to do this, and we're going to swap you over to here. And this, and there, and this, and there. Just going to flip all of these, just in case. All right, so there we have our stripy stairs. Zoom back in a little bit. Yeah, I like that, actually. I like the alternating stripes, I really do. Oh, look, a friend. Hi, friendo. Yeah, it's not bad. That is not bad at all. There's a fracture between chiseled and non-chiseled textures for the fan. Okay. That's unfortunate, but luckily we shouldn't have a problem with that. Let's put you away for now. At least we finally have use for all the sand and gravel we've been collecting. And the stones. My goodness, all the stones. Got all of Jon Snow's stones. Speaking of stone, I think it is time for us to gather up the stuff over here. Ah, the blue glow from our temporal gear necklace. And we're going to move this over to the other side, and we'll start the tower over there. I think at some point after the stream is when I'll be testing to see if the to-do list works. I enjoy that. Whenever I do that, it's like I'm smacking myself in the face with a hammer. It's great. Alright, so you're pretty chunky. Let's go grab a spare. Or make one. Hey there, Jam Jam. No, this is not vanilla. Beware, because of my last-minute testing, the current mod list is actually outdated by a week. This is now 1.21. Did not have time to update the mod list to reflect that. So there are some mods that no longer work, and the downloadable list will only work in 1.20. So you have to wait till after the stream. I just didn't have the time to get all that sorted away correctly. Where can I find... I guess we're going back to the other base, so let's take this with us before I forget. Can I pick up the trunk and carry it? No, that only works for single block inventories. I think there's a setting you can optionally turn on to allow you to carry trunks, but I find it to be a bit cheaty, so I don't. We'll put you in here too. The armor stands make me nervous. A couple more nails. Check on these. Ah. Hardened milbit chocolates, not too shabby. That's 10 more lanterns. There's no wind, so we're going to leave these here. There we go. Okay, let's grab some kapak. Actually, I want to get a little more than what we need for the trunk, because I do want to see. I actually don't like this color path here. I think it looks too much like old wet wood, and we're in desert. We wouldn't have wet wood in the desert, so. Well, everyone, that's going to about do it for this episode of Vintage Story Desert Life. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know by leaving a like or a comment in the section below. But for now, as always, my name has been Kurazar. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.